Question number 14 under the topic measuration. It says a cylindrical metallic barrel of height 2.5 meter and radius 0.254 meter is closed at one end. Find, correct to one decimal place, the total surface area of the barrel. So the first thing we're going to do, we are going to sketch the barrel so that we understand what we're saying here. Okay, something is a cylinder. Don't mind my rough sketch, So this is the barrel that we're talking about. So the barrel is said to be closed at one end. So this is the bottom end. Let's assume it's the bottom end that is being closed. Okay, here is the height. So from here to there is the radius. So now we are being told to find the total surface area of the barrel. Now, when you talk about area has to do with the plane space that a shape takes. The amount of plane space that a shape does what takes. Take for instance, if you have a rectangle here, what is the area of this rectangle? That's what the plane space that this shape has taken. You find out that if you have the breadth here, which is here, then you multiply it by how many of it that you can count as you follow up the length, and that's the length. So it becomes what? Length times breadth, or breadth times length. That means this is the area, this is the plane space that this shape has taken. So for this one that is a cylinder, what is the plane space that taken? How will we calculate it? How do we know the formula to use? Now you find out that at the bottom they said that it is closed at one end. That means one end is open. So that, let's take that be the bottom that it is closed. So the total surface area, that's the plane space that this shape has taken, will be what? The area of the closed bottom, which is the area of a circle, and the area of a circle is what? Pi r squared. So we'll find the area of this bottom plus the area of the curved surface. This curved surface, if you unfold it, it is something like this. If you unfold this curved surface, what you will have is what? A rectangle, where this particular point will be the height, and then this other this one that is now the length would be the circumference of this circle. Circumference means distance around a surface. The distance round. So from here you run it down here. What's the distance? So from here you turn to this place. That is what we have from here to here. So the length here will be equals to what? 2 pi r, because circumference of a circle is given by what? 2 pi r. That's distance around a circle. So now what's the area of this rectangle that we drew out from this cylinder? The area of that rectangle will be what? 2 pi r, which is the length here, times the breadth, which is represented by the height, times what? Height. So total surface area will be equals to what? Area of this circle and area of the curved surface, which is what? Plus area of the curved surface, which is 2 pi r height. So now we've successfully gotten the right formula to use. If we were told that it was closed at the two ends, that would be plus another area of a circle, which will end up having 2 pi r squared here. So having explained that, let's write out our parameter. We know that r from here equals to 0.254 meter, and then our height h equals to 2.5 meter. And then note the reason why the unit for area is always squared is because you are multiplying two units. You understand? 2 units of length. So meter times meter will give you meter squared. That's squared. So that is by the way. So let's plug in these parameters into our formula and see what it will result. First, let me factorize this. What is common here is pi and pi, r and r. So I can factor out pi r. And what will be left here will be only r for the first term. The second term, what will be left will be 2h. What will be left will be 2h because I've taken pi r out. So we proceed. So let's plug in our parameters. Pi here is 22/7 times r. Our r is 0.254. Then you open brackets. Our r is 0.254 plus 2 times h. Our h is 2.5. Our h is 2.5. So if you process this, if you punch this correctly to your calculator, what you'll be having is, so here you'll be having 0.798 approximately 3 plus 0.254 plus 2 times 2.5 is 5. So you first add these two. So 0.7983. This plus that will be 5.254. And then when you multiply both of that, you have 4.0386. 4.03865. And then when they said approximate to 1 decimal place. The question said we should approximate it to 1 decimal place. So 1 decimal place means after the decimal point, you should only count the first number that is there. So after decimal point, this is 1 decimal place. Then you look at the number after the first number, after the 1 decimal place, look at the next number. Is it up to 5? No, if it was up to 5, we borrow 1 and join it to this, it becomes 4.1, but it's not up to 5, so we round it up to what? 4.0 meter square. So 4.0 meter square is the answer to that. Is the total surface area of that, which is option C. Thank you.